What brought you to motorcycles? And what keeps you here? For me, it seems like it has always just been it. I rode my first motorcycle when I was 6 years old, a 1970s Honda Trail 50. And I had ridden thousands of miles on the back of my dad's CB650 before I was 12 years old. I guess it just stuck. Over the years, from time to time, I try to get away from it, run down from all the negative bullshit that comes along with running a business, but it always pulls me back. What is it about these stupid things that keeps me so engaged? Why am I constantly searching for new projects when I have over a dozen already waiting? Is it passion? Obsession? Insanity? Maybe a mix of all three. This leads us to the real question. Why do we chop? Why can't we be satisfied with what the factory provided us? I often tell people the factory spent millions of dollars to engineer this motorcycle. They wanted it to do everything well. They wanted it to be comfortable, reliable, stop well, handle well, and make reliable horsepower. And yet, we find ourselves being arrogant enough to think we can do better. Better than the multi-million-dollar conglomerate. Better with less. Less skill. Less knowledge. Less equipment. And way less money. If you are like me, it started at a young age, when I truly was an idiot. It started in my dad's two-car carport that had been converted to a garage. I knew nothing, but that didn't seem to bother me. I wanted to build a bike, and I wasn't going to stop until I did. I had the most minimal amount of welding knowledge, so I went out and bought a welder. On a credit card, of course. Well, I didn't have any money, and I was an idiot. I sat in that garage and taught myself to TIG weld, and then I went to work. This was in 2002, so not a lot of internet information or help like there is today. But I pressed on. I had owned bikes. I had built some drag bikes, but never owned a Harley and certainly never built a chopper. In these days, it was all about the big tire, pro street type bikes. So I got a 240 tire drop seat frame and started building. I had to have it lay frame. I had to have it have a foot clutch. I had to have no front brakes because I just knew that would be the best. So I went to work, lots of long hours, lots of screwing stuff up, and lots of spending every last cent I had on parts. But I knew if they could do it, so could I. So really long story short, I built the bike. It took way longer than I thought. It wasn't nearly as nice in real life as I thought it was going to be in my head. Fast forward 5 years and now I own a bike shop. Again, young and stupid. I was ready to take on the world and make my fortune chopping bikes. Another laughable endeavor. Needless to say, I never made my fortune. I have been lucky enough to make a living and lucky enough to chop lots of bikes. Lots of tries to beat the big guys and take what took them years of time and millions of dollars to design and make it better. Did I? Who knows? I guess that lies in the eyes of the rider. Did we make them cooler? I think that one isn't up for debate. We for sure did. And return to our original question, why do we chop? We chop to be different. We chop to express ourselves. We chop to create. We chop to leave a legacy. We chop because it's who we are. Are we passionate? Obsessed? Insane? Maybe. But the truth is, if I have to explain it to you, you just wouldn't understand.